our dough, chaps. We've done our dough.
Hello, welcome back to Form King. This, incidentally, up here will get changed sometime very, very soon as part of this rebadge. So last week, $34.02 was the return on racing. For a week where I only picked 2 winners and I paid the price for investing purely at Caulfield, I wasn't unhappy with that. Really, the only winners were Keep Your Cool, which paid well at about 9, and then On Display in race 2 was a good winner. But apart from that, just a few dollars here and there back from placings, a couple of Quinellas, money back from Tom Kitten, who was a late scratching. For that kind of week, happy to take it, happy to move on, all is well. So that being said, sport didn't do anything and felt vindicated that I think I would have lost anyway. Nothing could possibly have stood out since it's really on the AFL centric, but that's back this week. We are all in on that, and we'll get to that a bit later on. So quite a few good meetings, some good Group 2 racing in Sydney. Moonee Valleys starts off a bit slow, but then it gets quite interesting. Bigger fields, very competitive, especially later in the day. Some are probably better watch races than betting races. I'll still put a few bets on in them just since I've done the form, and I feel committed in that way. But plenty that you could just savour, take some insights for the following weeks, and not commit too many funds to. Aside from Moonee Valley, we'll look at a few races at Randwick, a few races at Ellerslie, because there's good racing there. We'll look at the Birdsville Cup. That's a bit of a random one. And then maybe one race at Belmont. So, getting it right in. Just before we do that, let's go back to the overall. So last week, lost about $16 on racing, puts us at up 7.5% for the whole year. And then sports actually the same, but down. So about 7.5% down. Overall, we're up 3.5%. So for an outlay of around about $3,300, we're up $150. So the share market is roaring along at 14% up. We're 3.5%, got to chase that 10%, and the chase goes on. But that came down from 16, and let's see what happens in these coming weeks. So, race 1, Moonee Valley. Bonus bets back on this race with the tab. I looked through this twice, and Crossbow's the favourite. It was a good run last time. It sort of had to make a mid-race move, surged up, then it was overtaken late, still ran second. Just not sure if the same thing's going to happen again. It's got barrier 7, 60 kilos. It might get trapped somewhere. Probably the best horse in the race, but these 1,400 and 1,600 metre races, especially at the start of the spring, I find tricky because I find that a lot of these horses improve a lot more than the form on paper would suggest. They're sort of working to their own schedule, and improvement can come even if they're sort of like 5th, 8th, 4th on paper. So the 320 looks appealing, but not so sure. Gottfried Kirk, pretty good in its recent runs. The 4th at Moonee Valley, it didn't have the clearest run. When it was free, it did motor. Bingy in that race did a lot of work. Sat second, a bit like a sitting duck, and still got on really well for second. So want to see that horse run again. Menshevik won a maiden. It sort of peeled out, had an easy run, and then the run came in. The run came in the straight, and then it just zoomed up. So not sure what to read into that. Graphics site, sort of same deal. It's coming out of Goulburn, Wyong, Rose Hill. They probably brought it down for a reason. So it's Waterhouse and Bott, never overlook. $6 that's in the market. That just adds backing that this is a race I probably don't want to be involved in. Ornos looks like it labours a little bit. Could be more of a Flemington horse, middle distance, maybe even 1,800 metres or beyond. And then Moir needs a really strong speed to run on effectively. That's paying $480, which seems a little bit too short. And then poor old Johnny Ray, like the first line out of Come On Eileen, out of Reliable Man. I like the name. I'm just mentioning it because I like the name. But overall, look, it's probably a bit on Gottfried Kirk. It was unlucky last time. It's that all crossbow, but with absolutely no confidence. I wouldn't outlay much on this. It's just purely to get a bonus bet back. Just intrigued how Gottfried Kirk goes. And probably go back from barrier 2. Could get stuck. Not really sure. Race 2, this is 600 metres to 74 grades. Nothing special. Severe, this is into 650 now. 7 starts with 3 wins. Won quite well at Sale. Went forward, held on. It's a bit of a leader. Moonee Valley is usually good for this. Barrier 2, it's going to go forward. Moonlight Circus is the favourite at 440, equally with Yochio. Moonlight Circus, excellent acceleration in its recent win. Can just see that sitting off the pace and exploding in the straight and winning. It was good beating Stupendous last time. I rate that horse. M60 before that around second two, also rate that horse, and packing a bit Lady Elsa. So really, Vostok was good surging down the outside last time. I feel like that was more the race was set up for him rather than for her, rather than that horse maybe being the one to follow here. Sweet Jasmine ran well. Into You doesn't win too often, but being quite consistent. Bottom Route probably value at 26 places half the time. It's coming out of Warrnambool. If it is sort of soft, that probably helps it a bit. But tricky race. Stupendous is in this as well. The Marg factor is probably going to come across and lead, paying 40. And Yochio, I don't really know what to make of it. It's won a trial at Cranbourne, fourth at Sandown behind Hazel Baby, came from the back. Didn't grab me a lot. So just each way Sevilla, each way Moonlight Circus, again like the first race, just very little. And then a Quinella for 5 Moonlight Circus, 6 Sevilla, 8 Bonnaroo, 9 Stupendous, 10 the Marg factor for some value. But moving on pretty quickly from that. Race 3 is a 1600 metres up to 84 grade. Kings Valley was pretty good last time at Caulfield, fourth behind El Rocco, who is rock hard in form. Fire of Etna, this will win races at big odds, I think, throughout its career. 4 runs back, first 8, second 6, so it's been in the money. It's a leader. I feel like, again, Moonee Valley, this is good. It's paying 12. It was 13 yesterday, which was the Wednesday. We're in the Thursday at the moment. Reset the Jazz has been in great form lately. Picked up wins to Sandown, places of Moonee Valley. The Creator, we were on this last time. I think it led all the way. Yes, it did. Beat Pudding. Not sure here. There's a lot of leaders in this race, so I think the smart thing to do is to back a back marker. So for me, it's Presser. The run second last time behind Just a Deal was good. I think from barrier 7, it's going to get a reasonable run back in the field. A few of these are going to cut each other up. The Creative, Fire of Etna. I would still back Fire of Etna because I think the value's there, especially it's drawn well, it's got a claim. But I think Presser's the one. Far Flung also runs on, but just the win strike rate's too poor, 4 from 34. So going to leave Far Flung. And then, yeah, Flying Valley's been pretty good lately. It is a pretty competitive race. So, yeah, just each way on Presser, small each way Fire of Etna, and then maybe a Quinella. Around 2 Fire of Etna, 7 Presser, 9 Flying Valley, 10 Hill Rip. I'll clarify that in the bet sheet at the end. Race 4, this is over 2,000. This is the Coxblade distance, 78 grade. Skipping this, I will say that I think Bovicia, who's number 16, who might not get a run, could be an emergency. Mixes form, but I think it's quite capable. So this is paying 23. I would want to have something small each way on this. But yeah, I think it's a race. I'm just going to, considering that you've got to be judicial with the $50 and time's always a precious concept, I'll just leave this one basically. Race 5, we're getting into the good stuff now. Chautauqua Stakes listed 1,200 metres. Compelling Truths down from Queensland. Bit of a tough sprinter that goes to the lead. Zoo Sensations has exposed me as a fool the last few weeks, just winning when I've just kept on saying it would lose. Angel Capital probably will go back from barrier 2, which I think makes it a tricky proposition at $2.60. The money on the tote's already there. It's paying $1.50, so people really like it. I just don't know. It has won 4 from 7, but I might want to stay out just from where it will sit. The price, Mirabelle Rose, probably better over 1,400. This might be a bit too hot too early. Red Hot Nick's been winning lately by going to the front and racking and stacking them. It'll probably do this again. So that will probably fight for the lead a bit with Compelling Truth. And then the Pendragon, it's coming off 2 over 10s, but the trials have been good. The winning strike rate's not bad. And then Danielson Darcy, more capable than the form suggests. So again, no real insights. I wouldn't back the favourite. I'll have something on Compelling Truth, even with the weight. I like it when they bring horses down for these early spring races, especially Queensland sprinters in sprint races. And if it can go forward and get a reasonable run, it might offer something at the $8. So each way Compelling Truth, and then I'm just going to see how these other ones go as a bit of a voyeur situation. Race 6, McKenzie Stakes, 1200 metres listed. Space Rider is the nominal favourite at 480, equal with Rochberg. This is a really interesting race for a few reasons. So the favourite, equal against Rochberg, hasn't had a run before. It's coming off 2 trials. It's won one and run 5th at a deep field. Then you've got Space Rider, who the other favourite, who last time won Moonee Valley, same distance, but it got a really good run. Didn't really spend a penny, came out at the right time and won. I don't think, look, it may get the same run again, but I think it was more the ride and the circumstances. I don't know if it's the best horse in the race. Stay Cosmic at $14 hasn't done a lot wrong, and I think this is going to go on to be quite a good horse. Second behind, High Vol at Flemington over 1400 says a lot. So I just want to have something on that each way because it's drawn really well. I think it's over the odds. Beshkar, number 4. Have to make a mention that this has been running in, it's sort of been covered up in good races. It's been running in Group 2s and Group 1s. Going under the radar, it's been down the field, but it's a big drop in class for this. Paying $6.50, so that's a definite extreme watch. Estremo, this made really good ground behind Space Rider. It really mowed them down late. It's going to need a bit of speed on, and it might not get what it wants. Hopefully Planet Red goes forward, Barcash goes forward, and they go each other up a little bit. Facilitate was good winning at Seymour. This made up a lot of ground from back in the field. I think actually that sat close and then just railed through, but that's an interesting runner. And then Steel Knight coming off a Randwick run. So I think the value would stay Cosmic and Estremo, each way on those two, and then a quail for 3 Stay Cosmic, 4 Beskar, 5 Estremo, 7 Facilitate. Could be more of a watch race, but yeah, definitely want to have those two. Race 7, 1200 metres again, Atlantic Hill Stakes, listed race. So again, we've got 2 equal favourites, Ole Dancer and the Playwright. Ole Dancer, 2 starts, 2 wins. Drawn poorly in barrier 13. The Playwright coming off some very good Group 1s in Queensland. Most recently, it ran at Caulfield, ran 5th behind Farivia. Wasn't a bad run, a bit pressured. Should get an easier lead on Saturday from barrier 2. It's out of the Waterhouse Spot Yard. I think it's really good value. It's been running in great races, really, in its previous prep. This is down in grade. Farivia was good, winning at Caulfield in that Group 3 over Mine Gladiola, but it did make a lot of ground late. Signature sort of set that up by not being able to cross and setting a bit of a fast speed. I think that held on really well under the circumstances. Farivia need to see this again, whether it just was in the right place, right time. Miss Celine has got a bit under the radar. This has also been running in top quality races. Was 3rd last time in the Cherish Me race. That was just sort of a first up run. It might just be getting settled. From barrier 1, they've got a lot of options and they can do a lot, and 14 is quite good value. Zany Girl's an interesting one. Craig Williams is on board. This is coming out of Tassie. Obviously, the grade it's been winning in is at Flash. The last run was 72 grade, but the way that it's made ground back in the field, especially without much pace on, that's exciting. It's great when these regional sort of horses come to the big spoke. It always generates excitement. I think that this could easily run on into a place, and the $5 for the place is good value. There's already money for it on the tote. It's paying $6.60 and it's $18 fixed, so that might just indicate something that a few people really think it is a good chance. Down the order, Tis Worthy. The run's been better than they've seen. The win at Sandown was good. It seems to win at odds. Angel Ladder. This is going to go forward. It's also going to inject a lot of pace into the race. Expulsion, sort of same deal. So yeah, again, pretty tricky. I think the Playwright's value at 5. Miss Celine is the same deal. Zany Girl for a place, and then a Quinella for 1, 2, 3, and 4. We like numbers in a sequence. Race 8. So you think stakes 1500? Well, number 1 is Knight's Choice. I still rue that. Not that I would have really bet on this horse, but I got it confused with Knight's Order and just totally wrote it off, didn't even read the brief. That's betting mistake 101. So I'll make a note to not make that mistake again. But yeah, that's probably with the form anyway. I wouldn't have backed it each way, but definitely could have had it in Camellas and trifectas. The Doctor of Love, this was scratched last week. It's running here. It's good. Got a great career record. The trials have been good. I'll have something for the place no matter what. I just like the name and like the New Zealand form. Strong favourite in Desert Lightning. Drawn wide, $2.30. It's racing against horses that, well, it's down in class a lot, and then these are pretty beatable. Mark Twain's off something like a 500-day spell, and then it's had 2 trials. Glint of Silver wasn't bad in its recent runs. The fourth behind Popper Ward is quite good. That's probably one of the better ones in this race. Zardozi's resuming. Attrition second up. Again, a bit of a watch. Who knows how they're going to settle, but certainly be going for Glint of Silver, number 11. 3, the Doctor of Love. We'll do a trifecta with those as roving bankers, just in case at 80 to 1 and at 11 to 1 they can be in the top 3. And then Moira and Anisette, interesting watches. I think these are ex-American horses. Back there in Sydney before. They probably will improve a lot. But yeah, it just I don't like betting on these races where horses are not really at their best. They're resuming. It's a bit of a scramble. Yeah, we'll do a bit of a skip on that one. Race 9, feature of the day, the Moir Stakes, Group 1, 1,000 metres. This is a pretty great race. One of the better sprint races I've seen lately, just because there's so many different form lines. Rothfire's gone from a bit of a career standstill running at Toowoomba to running just behind Sunshine in Paris in a Group 1. Comes down here. Again, love these Queensland sprinters. Payline is an improved horse. Again, Queensland. Midwest, up in grade, but it's nice to see a horse like that contesting a Group 1 with 58.5 kilos. Golden Boom, another Queensland sprinter, drawn wide, paying $34. Barraquil won like a good horse last time. This likes Moonee Valley. It's a great up-and-coming sprinter. That's at $5.50. Oak Hill, disappointed last time, but the win before that was good. Again, this is contesting big grade leaps. Arabian Summer, this is paying 17. I was drawn to this. It's got a good winning strike rate. It's been running in, it did run last in this Group 1 at Moonee Valley behind Schwartz, but a lot of other runs in that previous prep have been good. Barrier 1, a lot of options. This really goes under the radar. Skybird hit the big time, winning the Group 1 at Flemington. That could have been the Lightning Stakes, beating Stretton Angel. Powerful burst of acceleration. Alabama Lass, New Zealander. Great at Flemington, beating Gallant Sun. That was only listed, but second in a Group 1 to Cricchetti at Ellerslie over 1,200. Great horse. If I had to, there's a promotion on this on Sportsbet, so bonus bet back no matter what. That would be the one I would pick. It says drawn well. Craig Williams on board. It's tick. Neons is up in grade, but its last 3 runs have all been wins. Out of Swiss Ace, another great Queensland sprinter, drawn wide. La Dorada, this just dictated at Trentham winning that Group 1. Paid about $3 or $4. It was great odds on the day. Really terrific. That's paying 23. That's got to be value. And then Escher, like La Dorada, only 50 kilos. Huge jump in grade, but yeah, adds a lot of interest. So each way for me, Arabian Summer, La Dorada, small bets, and then a Quinella for 1 Rothfire, 4 Golden Boom, 7 Barraquil, 10 Arabian Summer, 12 Alabama Lass, 15 La Dorada. That will be race 9. Race 10, this will just be a skip purely due to time and funds. Let's go to Ellerslie. Let's have a start at race 4, the Sistema Stakes over 1,100. Cool and Fast is the favourite, 420. It's coming off a winning trial. This is it's a big field. Chester Boy should go forward. I think it offers value at the 18. It was a good maiden win. It's coming for second in a trial. The draw might not be as bad as it seems for it. Zenith showed a lot of stamina in its second. That was only 65 grade, but just eyeballing the race, it looked quite good. Social Climber, like the name, the form didn't grab me as much, but I don't want to put that in Quinella's. And Iridescent, great name, and yeah, that maiden win was quite impressive. So each way Chester Boy, each way Zenith, and then a Quinella for 4 Chester Boy, 7 Zenith, 11 Social Climber, 12 Iridescent, 14 Eliza James, which is a bit of a leader, and might cross them. That's race 4. Race 5, the Rich Hill Stud over 1,200. I'll start by saying that once you go down the order here, there's a lot of horses that have been in and out of maidens trying to win. Have a Crack was tailed off at its first run, so they went a miss, and then it had a really good win. Barrier 18, but the $8 doesn't seem to be too bad, so each way on Have a Crack. And apart from that, it's a pretty tough race. So we'll just leave it at that. Race 6, 1200 meter Sir Colin Meads Trophy. Landlock was very good behind. I had this at like 40-1 behind Return to Conquer. Only lost by probably a head. Didn't have it for the place. Another obvious mistake. So Landlock's 440. Hostility ran a really good second behind at Lada Rada. That's the deserved favourite, 260. Who Dares is in really good form. Basically, I would do an each way bet on either Landlock or Hostility. And then the Quinella for 1, 2, 3. Landlock, Hostility, He Who Dares. And then the 2 down the bottom, Taylor the Gypsy. Better than the form suggests, has been running in, or its last 2 have been in Group 1. This is a huge drop down in class. The trials have been good, and that's paying 11. And then 13, Miss Mo at all. Out of Russian Revolution, yeah, the form has been pretty okay. So 1, 2, 3, 12, and 13. Race 7 is the Gold Trail Stakes. This one we'll do a skip. Race 8, the Kingmaker Syndication, just Churchillian. It's paying 34. This is number 1. 6 wins out of 15 starts. It sort of either wins or does nothing, win or bust. The trials have been okay. It's sort of getting back into the groove of things. I just think it's over the odds. It's got a lot of weight, but just want to have an each way bet there. And then the rest, it's I'll just leave it. Didn't mind Hinakaha number 15, but can't really make that much of a case. The race could pan out a number of ways. Race 9, the Prasia Plate. El Vencedor struggles first up. Sacred Saturno's excellent second up. Sterling Express has been winning lately. Great winning form. Tuxedo had a win first up. Checkmate, value at the 19. It's a very, very difficult race. Legato is a Group 1 winner. La Creek, its last 4 starts, all in Group 1s, have been second. While meanwhile, Grail Seeker recently won 2 Group 1s, each of them first up. So that took all the glory, and then La Creek's still chasing that Group 1 in its recent sequence. So each way on, initially it was going to be Checkmate. I'll do Sacred Saturno because of its excellent second up record, but that's a really good race. Definitely something to watch at 2:35 in the afternoon. And then race 10 will leave. We'll just go quickly to Belmont race 7. That's their feature of the Family Stakes listed race. Won't bet, but just want to say that Fluoro Neuro's run 4 seconds in a row, and it's drawn wide again. It's got Pike on board, but it might get a tricky run and run second. So I think an exacta with pretty much anything into that to run second again, a 5th second might be something. Maybe the Rockanori and Russian to the bar down the bottom, but probably a race to invest just very little. Birdsville, I had visions that this was actually on the beach where you do those camel rides and the waters were lapping the sand. And I've got it totally wrong. This is in the middle of Australia, the border of Queensland and the Northern Territory, or Queensland and South Australia. It's dirt in the middle of nowhere. So they've got the cup on, race 6. This is a big field. Testator Solens, Sydney Metropolitan horses there at 550. Scorched Land, number 1. This is paying $18. It's had 69 starts for 11 wins and 17 placings, so basically half the time. Very consistent lately. Hasn't missed a place in a long time. Barrier 1, drawn well. Want to have something on that. And then a Quinella for 1 Testator Solens, 6 Scorched Land, 8 Victory Bay, 13 Cousins Jet. Yep. Could be some value there in what looks like the only race offered on the TAMI tote. That's Birdsville, and then we'll just have a quick look at Randwick, just these races towards the end. Race 6, Within the Law wasn't bad last time, battled on. Savvy Halley was a good winner at Randwick in the Group 2, beat Within the Law. That, not sure how it's going to go away from the heavy tracks. Could be a bit of a question mark. Spicy Lou, 4 wins, 3 placings. The misplacing was in a Group 1, 3 legs behind Nepotism. This has got a lot to offer. It's going to come from barrier 14, but it might just get a decent run. I think there's excellent value there. Stardom was very tough in winning last time. The way that it held that field off its scone makes you think that this could go forward and do a similar thing. It's first up, so it might have a lot to offer. And Acacia wasn't too bad either at odds. So Yeah, Stardom and Spicy Lou for me. And then the Quinella for 5, 6, and 8. That's race 6. Race 7 is the Chelmsford Stakes over 1,600. Chautauqua's a huge favourite at $2. It did run on pretty well last time behind BSSA, but it was still a bit of a battling sort of run. A few of these horses are really going to need this. Quatorse, Adelius, Bam. This is 1,600 metres. A lot of these want further. At the Basque and Birdman. I think that Lindemann is worth mentioning. It doesn't win too often, but it's sort of that horse that when it would run in Group 2, Group 1 grade, it would just be a few legs off them. But this could be the perfect race for it. It might go forward and get an easy lead and be very hard to run down. It probably wants, definitely doesn't want heavy, but if the track stays soft or even if it gets to good, this could be something. National Liller on board. So each way Lindemann there, and just want to watch Chaywolf. Race 8, Jimmy Star, excellent horse. Mornington Glory, it's a bit out of form, but if this crosses and gets a decent lead, there's value there because it's a ridiculous odds of 40 to 1. So place bet Mornington Glory. Lady Shenandoah, excellent form. Headwall's been such a great improver last prep, becoming sort of a Group 1 standard. In Flight is in great form. New York Luster goes under the radar a bit, but the 4th behind Barrack Hill was good. It ran quite well. Made ground at the end. The 4th behind Bridal Waltz, that was the horse in form. I feel like that is over the odds at 26. So, and Spring Lead definitely deserves a mention. Really top horse, Zoostar and Wild Rain. That's a definite for Quinellas. So each way, 13 New York Luster. Place bet 2 Mornington Glory. And then the Quinella for 1 Jimmy Star, 2 Mornington Glory, 5 Headwall, 13 New York Luster, 14 Spring Lead. Race 9 is the Tramway, Group 2. I'm just going to leave it because I ran out of cash, and I think that is everything. So, yeah, amazing day. Try to spread the money pretty thin. And then Sport. Missed doing tonight's Adelaide-Collingwood game where there was a guaranteed bonus bet back. Probably for the best. I don't think that my spread of Adelaide and Collingwood players would have got the job done. However, quite bullish on the GWS game. I want to avoid the Geelong and Brisbane game at all costs because both those teams have been quite unpredictable this year. Geelong have mixed form. They've been really good at times and then also really bad by their standards. Brisbane have just had some inexplicable losses, and then when their backs are against the wall, they come out and look like world beaters. Put that, either of those separately is already danger signs. Together, I just don't know what's going to happen. So avoiding that. I'll go to the GWS game. I think that after those agonising losses, they will just get the job done. And there was a stat on Sportsbet that Hawthorn had lost their last 8 matches at NG Stadium. So the $1.80 about GWS will do me just fine. Same game multi. GWS to win. And then Jesse Hogan for a goal. Just want to go real simple with these other 3 legs. Jesse Hogan for a goal, Toby Green for a goal. Odds of 210, $20 on that. Perfection, done, sorted. I don't normally take a team to win, but that one I'm happy to. So that's everything. Excellent day's racing. Wish you all the best of luck, and we'll be back next week. This is episode 65, episode 66 in a week's time.
And then came Sweet Liaison as they turned for home. Jefferson, he's been in fun every inch of the way. He's out like 2.